You would probably recognize an orange or a tomato plant at first glance, which is quite understandable because it's quite common. These plants, on the other hand, look quite strange, and if not for this video, you'd never believe they actually exist in real life. Titan Arum. The Titan Arum blooms for a period of just 3 days and is the largest branchless inflorescence plant on the planet, and its flowers arrange in a cluster pattern around a long stem-like object. Apart from its unappealing appearance, it also smells like rotten flesh, which is quite ironic when compared to how normal flowers are supposed to smell. This 3 meters of stinky wonder grows in the New York Botanical Gardens even though it's native to Indonesia. When the flower is about to die, it releases a very terrible odor before the stem-like object falls off. It's also referenced to as the corpse flower, and frankly, I strongly agree with that. Narilatha Flower. This is a very unbelievable flower, and till now I find it hard to believe that a flower shaped like a naked lady is something that actually exists. Many versions of this exist, and if you search for this picture on the internet, you'll see so many forms of the picture, which really proves that it may or may not be a real thing. Some versions look like a real naked lady figure, some look like a fruit with a female appearance, and others look very plant-like. Some people say it could be found in Sri Lanka and Thailand, but if the plant actually exists, wouldn't it be all over the news? The whole thing is just so bizarre and confusing that I get a headache just thinking about it. What do you think? Is it a real flower? Or is it just Photoshop? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Hot lips. These flowers, found in the rainforest of Central and South America regions like Ecuador, Costa Rica, and Panama, actually look like a puckered up pair of lips with red lipstick painted on them. A lot of people who've seen the plant surprisingly say it looks like Angelina Jolie's lips. I think I'll let you decide. This strange plant is more of a shrub than a flower and is very sensitive to its environment, so it really can't thrive easily anywhere else. Its fruits are hidden between the lips, and its bright, attractive flowers are used to attract bees and hummingbirds to help in pollination. It also has medicinal purposes, as seeds are used to treat rashes and cough. Snapdragon. This beautiful plant has made its way into people's gardens for years for a lot of reasons, including the fact that it looks like a dragon's head when you squeeze it, and kids absolutely love it. The plants were believed by many to protect their home from curses, witchcraft, and deceit due to the fact that when it dies, its seed pods look like a human skull. It's also believed by many to restore beauty and youth when it's eaten. Don't really think it's a good idea to go around chewing flowers looking like skulls, do you think? Crooked trees. In the year 1930, 400 pine trees were planted in the forest of Nowe Zarnowo in northwestern Poland. A pine tree is common and of no real interest, but what's fascinating about it is the manner in which it grows, which involves it making a sharp bend to the north just after it comes out of the ground. The tree bends for 3 meters, after which it continues growing straight, and scientists are baffled as to why. However, speculations have been made which include the fact that a tool may have been used to design them like that. The trees were purposely grown like that so that their wood could be easily used to make boats, and that a snowstorm could have also caused it. These speculations should be taken with a pinch of salt, as the real reason could remain a mystery. Venus flytrap. I always thought plants get their food from sunlight, or at least other plants. Never did it cross my mind that a plant could be a meat eater, and a smart one at that. The Venus flytrap spreads its flower to reveal a colorful and sweet nectar to attract insects and arachnids. When they get in, they step over the trigger hairs, which then cause the flowers to close up, with the unfortunate prey trapped inside its surprisingly roomy enclosure, which could be up to 3 centimeters of space. Although it's native to North and South Carolina, there has been so much trouble to its natural habitat that it's been declared extinct in some other areas of the world. The flying duck. This one-of-a-kind orchid is found in Australia, and it's really earned the name flying duck due to its shape. It was first discovered and named by Robert Brown in the year 1810. This plant blooms between the months of September to January and can reach lengths of up to 20 inches, bearing a shade of purple and red. Its pollination technique is quite sneaky. A pollinator gets attracted to its open beak-shaped space and then finds it difficult to escape. While it's struggling, the plant releases pollen grains into it, and then the magic of reproduction begins. This plant is not, however, for sale for household use, as it's been declared an endangered species due to the destruction of its habitat and the damage done to its pollinators. Stinky Corpse Lady. This flower kind of has a similarity to the Titan Arum because of its smell, and also its size with a diameter of 3.5 feet, also weighing up to 30 pounds. Lest I forget, it's actually the largest flower in the world. The flower is one of the major symbols of the Indonesian community, and it attracts a lot of people who pay homage to this astonishing flower. You're going to have to get there on time, or at least plan your trip thoroughly, because the flower blooms only for a few months, after which it withers away and dies. Its pollination tactic involves attracting flies with its rotten meat smell, thus getting them to come in contact with the pollen grains. Parrot Flower. The parrot flower was found in the forests of Northeast Asia in the year 1889, and the seeds were taken and examined by botanists. Despite the fact that it's been examined and studied for over a century, some of the details behind this flower remain a mystery, especially its mode of pollination. Scientists haven't really discovered how exactly this plant is pollinated, but some theories revolved around bats and birds, even though there really isn't much evidence to back it up. Rainbow Eucalyptus. Considered by many to be the most beautiful tree on the planet, the rainbow eucalyptus has really lived up to its name, but unless you're a koala bear, don't even think about putting this in your mouth at all. If the tree for any reason peels off its bark, the inner layers look like a colorful streak produced by a painter's stroke. Apart from its beautiful appearance, the tree is also regarded as one of the fastest growing trees in the entire world. The rainbow eucalyptus has other functions apart from being beautiful. Like in the swamps of Africa, it's planted to help absorb excess water so mosquitoes would find it difficult to breed, thus reducing the spread of malaria. This plant grows in areas where there is an abundance of water, and it generally thrives in the forests of Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, and the island of the Philippines, and most of Southeast Asia. The tree has also been introduced in California, Florida, and Hawaii. Walking tree. The walking tree, believe it or not, walks by growing new roots to slightly change its position to a more favorable soil. I first thought these trees would be extremely slow, but it turns out they're pretty darn fast, close to 65 feet per year. They're native to areas like Ecuador, and although their movement may not technically be termed as movement if you're looking at its actual definition, it's still a moving plant in comparison to the other plants out there. The Monkey Orchid. Biologists and botanists love to collect orchids because of their rareness, and among the rarest lies the monkey orchid. These plants can grow up to 11 inches with basal leaves spreading in different patterns. Native to Ecuador, the flower spreads its petals, bearing a resemblance to a monkey. This plant isn't as much around since its discovery in 1978, because a lot of private collectors love to stuff their collections with these rare works of nature. Did you enjoy the video? Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring our notification icon to be part of our next video. Till then, stay safe, keep exploring, bye-bye.